Hi friends, I'm Carmen Collins. I'm the social media lead for Cisco's talent brand team, and this is Coastal Social. It's my video series where I show you the beautiful Florida coastline, and I also talk about social media. Now, that's why I call it Coastal Social, because we live on the Gulf Coast of Florida, and there's so many beautiful places to show you and entice you to come visit me in my own backyard. And there are so many things that are on my mind about social media. That was the perfect opportunity to combine them in one video series. Today, I am coming to you live. Well, live right now. You may be watching this on a replay. I'm coming to you from literally the Gulf. We are in the Gulf on a boat. Life is hard here in Florida, as you can see. And we are on a boat, and we are off the coast of a place called Shell Key. It's just south of St. Petersburg, Florida, on St. Pete Beach. And we go there a lot with the boat because it's only accessible via boat, and there are lots of shells, which is why it's called Shell Key. And right now we are sitting in a body of water called Bunce's Pass. And Bunce's Pass is a waterway that takes you between two land masses, and in the distance you can see the Sunshine Skyway Bridge. So I'm going to turn the camera around. You'll get to see my husband who's driving the boat. He'll wave at you as I turn the camera around, but I want you to see the Sunshine Skyway Bridge in the background. Here we go. There's my husband. Hi, Jim. Way back there is the Skyway Bridge. And then this is Bunce's Pass, and you can see all of the boats anchored up here. And then over here is Shell Key, where we just finished shelling. And I want to show you what I found today. So we found lots of these. Shell Key is a great place to find sand dollars, but look at this sand dollar. Isn't it? It's so teeny. It's a teeny tiny, perfectly shaped sand dollar. This is my prize for the day. It's like a treasure hunt. I wish I could spend it. That's how I feel about it. It's fun. They're fun to find. So that's the coastal part of Coastal Social. And for the social part of Coastal Social, I'd like to talk today about images that you put in your social media posts. And I would like to talk about what kind of images you should use. Now, the first thing I want to say is that the visual, the graphic that you put with whatever social media content you post on whatever platform it is should be a powerful visual on its own. It should be a very strong image or a very strong graphic, and the reason for that is the old adage, a picture speaks 1,000 words. You want to make sure that you're capturing someone's attention in that millisecond that they're looking at their social feed to get them to stop and look at your content. And if you think about it, 80 to 90% of the people who are visiting your social media pages are doing so on their mobile device. They're scrolling through with their thumb. So think about how you use your phone to read your Twitter feed or your Facebook feed, right? You're scrolling with your thumb, and a really strong image makes them stop. It's a thumb stopping moment in your social media feed. So you want that really strong image so that when someone is scrolling through, something captures their attention and they stop in their feed. Now, another thing about your images that I want to say, and I see a lot of brands doing this, and I think they're doing themselves a disservice, is that people try to pack a lot of text, a lot of copy onto their social media graphic. And again, if you think about the fact that 80 to 90% of the people reading your social media content are doing it on their cell phone, then having a lot of text on an image really is not helping you, because unless that text is one big word over, it's like a meme. It's like the Hey Girl meme or something. Unless that text is really, really big, people can't read it. And it's not going to get their thumb to stop on that moment because the text is too much. It's too much. So try to put the text that you want to put on your graphic. Let's say you're having an event. Let's say you're doing a Facebook Live, like I am right now, and you want to promote it on Twitter. You don't have to put that text on your graphic. Have a really strong graphic that describes what your Facebook Live is going to be about, and then put the text in the update. So that way you can capture somebody's attention with the really strong visual. And then once they're captured, you can have them read your text, which will tell them the Facebook Live is on this day and at this time, and click here to get a notification. And brands do this all the time. They put so much text on a graphic, especially in the Twitter feed, that people who are scrolling through on their phones aren't going to stop because they're like, meh, too much, I don't even know what that says, I'm going to keep going. Now, I also want to talk about Instagram images. Now, Instagram almost needs to be a stronger visual because that's what Instagram is made for, right? It's that moment. It's that moment in time captured in a photo that tells a story. Remember, a picture says 1,000 words. Unless your business is motivational quotes or giving recipe tips, I mean, there's a case study for everything. But if you're trying to sell a feeling or an emotion, keep the text off of your Instagram images. That's not what Instagram is for. It's a community for people who love strong visuals. They don't want to see your glossy marketing graphic with a bunch of text on it. That is what you want to do, and that's what you want to say, but that's not what the people on Instagram want to see. And it's really important to remember when you're in social media is not a push medium. It's not a place for you 100% of the time to talk about you, to talk about your product, to talk about what you want to sell. It's a place to get engagement and get awareness and get a conversation going with someone. And if you think about a conversation, if you're the only one talking, it's not a conversation. And so in social media, you want to engage and give content, the type of content that people expect to see and want to see on the platform where you're posting it. So I would even argue, again, there's a case for everything. If you're a recipe site and you're putting out recipes, graphics, that makes total sense. But if that's not your goal, then you want to keep your Instagram images as purely visual as you can. The same applies. People are looking at Instagram on their mobile. Instagram does not work on your desktop. So again, you want to make sure that if there's text on that image, that the text is large enough for people to read on their mobile feed. That is about all I have to say today about social media visuals. I hope you enjoyed the Coastal Social from the boat in the beautiful Gulf of Mexico, right off the coast of Shell Key, where I found this beautiful sand dollar. And I hope you have a great rest of your day, wherever in the world you are. Thank you for watching, and I hope you'll tune in to the next Coastal Social episode.